Mm, okay. Check one, two. I did not know I was live. I was trying to make sure, trying to get the Facebook John popping. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, no matter where you may find yourself as you listen to this. And you are tuned into one of many sports podcasts. I'm not going to say the only that is going to be checking out the NFL draft live as it happens. But you are tuned into the only sports podcast of Brains and Bars. It's a black and white thing featuring A1 and A Ward. I'm A1, one half of the dynamic duo. You can call me Carlos. You can also call me Dan. Please remember you can check out every episode of It's a Black and White Thing by going to the podcast app of your choice, selecting It's a Black and White Thing. Um, Give us 5 stars, leave a review, leave a nice review, please. Although, maybe I'm on my Jerry Jones. All news is good news. If you have something nasty to say, leave that too. We might read it on the air. Um, you can also check us out on YouTube. We normally go live on Tuesdays and Thursdays. New episodes drop. I dropped all the remaining episodes of the mock draft that we did. The last 3 episodes of that dropped today. You can also check us out on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter. I'm never calling it X, Twitter, by searching for @Brains and Bars, following us there. We are live right now on the Brains and Bars page. And I don't do this show alone. My man is getting his Betty Crocker on. I got my guy A Ward
In the building.
in the building. What's good? What's good?
What's good with you, man? You doing all right?
Yeah, I got a question though. We're gonna try this live on air. Let me know if you can hear this, how well you can hear this.
Okay.
You get that at all?
Not at all.
All right, I'm not gonna worry about it. All right.
But I'm kind of far from my computer too, though. So because I was like,
nah. So I am obviously I'm not in front of a TV. I have my laptop up with the draft on, so I didn't know if you would be able to hear. Excuse me. If I hit, when I decided to say, okay, here's the first pick in the draft, yada yada yada. The Chicago Bears are selecting.
I mean, can you hear my TV?
Things in me at a young age that come out.
So like, I can just mute it, and then whenever they come to the podium,
whenever they come up there to make the pick, yes sir. All right, that'll work. Not that they need to hear it per se, but just so we can both react at the same time to it. As we prepare for the NFL draft to start, which is going to start it's literally getting ready to start. We are of this close to the same age, and I need all millennials. This is very important. What I'm about to say, all millennials who are close to the 40th age range. I feel like the millennial clock starts at 1980. So 80s babies, 1980 to like 1989, maybe even 1990. I need y'all to hear me. I have a desperate plea as we start the NFL draft. I don't know if you saw the news, but Red Lobster is potentially going into bankruptcy.
As it should.
Oh, what do you mean, as they should?
No, never would I eat Red Lobster.
Oh, my. Okay, we're not going to start the show off like this with this kind of slander. Listen, millennials, listen to me. Of a certain age, Red Lobster has been nothing but good to us. You know how many high school celebrations we went to Red Lobster? How many college celebrations we went to Red Lobster? You know how many I got the job celebrations took place at Red Lobster? How many first dates took place? Those Cheddar Bay biscuits have always been nothing but delicious to us. We need to band together. This is a call to all millennials across America. 1980 to 1990. You have tasted and seen of the goodness of Red Lobster, and we cannot allow them to go under. So in a couple of weeks, I need all of us to come together and as a family, go to Red Lobsters across the country. Let them know that you remember what they did for you. You remember how good they were to you. And Support Red Lobster. We cannot allow an American institution to fall by the wayside. To quote Michael Irvin, we're losing recipes, and we cannot lose Red Lobster. We need to keep them in that is Americana. That is a slice that is as American as apple pie. And that endless shrimp, it is close to being ending. It is close to being done. We cannot allow that. Maybe you have a shrimp allergy. Maybe you can't, or a shellfish allergy. They got chicken strips. They got burgers. They got salad. They got whatever you need to get your grub on at Red Lobster. So once again, as the draft is starting, I think the first pick is now live, right? This is a call to millennials. Save Red Lobster. That has been my TED Talk.
Red Lobster's trash.
Oh my God! I should kick you out of here.
Olive Garden, they're like owned by the same company. Olive Garden's cool.
Well, not anymore. I think the company that owned Olive Garden got rid of. They divested from.
Look at that crowd,
divested the company.
Can you see? Are you on ESPN or are you on NFL?
I'm on NFL Network. So which one are you on?
I'm on ESPN.
Shout out to Mama Ward. Listen, Mama Ward, I understand I could just go to the store and buy the Red Lobster Cheddar Bay biscuit box. I understand that. But that's not the point, though. Like, where else am I going to get endless shrimp? Where else am I going to be able?
Going out of business.
Where else am I going to be able to walk in, look at Sebastian and say, I want that one? I don't really eat lobster. That's not my thing. But I'm just saying, where else am I at? What else are young children going to be able to walk in to a restaurant and be able to play and poke on the little glass as they play at the little crustaceans and think that they're there for just play? They don't know that they're there to be eaten. They don't know that they're getting ready to go take them live and put them in a pot, which is very inhumane, by the way. They don't know that. But that's not the point. The point is we got to save Red Lobster. That's the point. And if Red Lobster's ever been good to if Red Lobster's ever been good to you, go support them. Don't let them go under, people. That's all I'm saying. Red Lobster's trash. Get out of here, man.
Bro. Now, 801 Chop House that we had last night.
See, that's the problem, right? That's the problem. Folks don't grow up and then it got too good, right? They done forgot what that 2 for $20 at Applebee's did for them when they ain't had no money.
Now, that's a fact. And I will not go to Applebee's ever again.
See,
but
there were times
all through college. That chicken penne pasta and then boneless wings, half off appetizers after like 9. That was all college. We have
forsaken the traditions and the things that have made us a great country. And it is up to us to save them. That's all I'm saying.
There it is.
All right. So let me ask you this question.
A little bit in my headphones, so I didn't, because if I turn it up here, you can hear it here. So now I got it. It's in my headphones, and then it'll go here when we got the picks. I'm good.
Okay. So let me ask you this, because we all know Caleb Williams is going to be the number 1 overall pick, right? In 3 years, will we say that Caleb Williams is a better quarterback than Trevor Lawrence?
I hope so. I don't think it takes. I mean, I'm not saying. I think Trevor Lawrence is a top 14 quarterback in the NFL.
Okay.
In 3 years, being the number 1 pick, and he's probably like the highest rated number 1 pick since Joe Burrow, right?
I would say Trevor Lawrence. I feel like Trevor Lawrence was seen as a sure thing, even more so than Joe Burrow. I think
he was after.
Joe Burrow was after Trevor Lawrence, because Trevor Lawrence, I think it was Trevor Lawrence and then Joe Burrow was the next year.
Yeah, so he's probably the best. Yeah. So we're 2 years removed, 3 years removed?
With Trevor? No, I think this is like year.
No, from Burrow. So I'm saying like he's basic. Caleb is the best, the highest regarded quarterback to come out of a draft since Joe Burrow.
I'm still going to say no. Did Joe went number 1 overall, right?
Yeah, but he was after the year after Lawrence, right? Or was it the year before him?
He's a year after. I'm checking now. So Trevor Lawrence's first season was in 2021. Maybe Joe was a year before, because they trounced Clemson.
Burrow, Hurts, Herbert. It was that group, and then it was Lawrence, Wilson, Lance.
So yeah, I'm sorry. Joe Burrow was the year before,
Okay.
right? So Joe Burrow is going into his 5th season. Trevor Lawrence is going into his 4th.
Okay, yeah. And so I would think Caleb Williams, since those two, is the highest rated quarterback to come out.
Yes, since those two.
Yeah. And so in 3 years, I think a lot of it has to do with the team that he's going to. And like that, I think he's going to a better situation than Trevor Lawrence went into. So I don't think there's a whole lot of room for, but they're the Bears. They were the worst team in the league last year, whatever. They put together a lot of pieces, and they got a lot in free agency, and they got the 9th pick as well. So I would hope that he is. I would think the Bears would hope that he is.
Shout out to my uncle. My uncle says yes. He thinks he'll end up being a better player than Joe. I'm sorry, than Trevor. I mean, so let me pick another quarterback here. In 3 years, will we say that Caleb Williams is a better quarterback than CJ Stroud?
I mean, we're 1 year removed from CJ Stroud doing unbelievable things in his rookie year, and he's got a great team. I would say his ceiling is probably higher than CJ Stroud's. But I don't know if in 3 years he'll be there.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's it's a projecting how these guys will be. I mean, it is something that it's tough. It's tough to never know.
Hold on.
Oh, they got.
Let's go, M. Where's this unmute button?
NFL draft in Detroit. Let's go, Big D.
Oh!
First of all, Big D is reserved for Dallas, not Detroit. Like, I don't know. That's already a fashion faux pas, just off rip.
A little some surprise for you, and bringing out a few other surprises for you. So, M, here you go. Detroit!
Let's go.
Where's Kid Rock?
The North for the Detroit Lions. Let's go!
Did you drop a new song?
I hope not.
Roger Goodell with not over bell. With the bottom of his head. Let's go. Aiden Hutchinson.
That's an awfully hot coffee pot. Just completed my first mock.
All right, yo, shout out to M. That's a lot.
Shout out to Eminem.
The fans, bro. The fans there, Barry in the building. The fans it's deeper than it was in Kansas City.
Yeah, I mean, look, the Detroit fans are excited, right? It's their first. I mean, like, they were really good, this year, made to the NFC title game. They have hope, true hope, for the first time in a long time. Not just dang, I clicked on the wrong thing. Sorry, I got two things going at once. They have true hope for the first time, so I expected that, right? I know. Shout out to the homie Jesse, Detroit native, who sent us that tweet that they basically said they reached capacity, which is kind of crazy because I think that's an outside venue.
Yeah, it is.
Is that Amon? That's Amon Ra. Oh yeah. Amon Ra. Shout out to Amon Ra.
Yeah, you're on that.
Yeah, I'm behind you. Let me see. Is Jared Goff talking right now?
He just said, "What's up?"
Okay, yeah, I'm with you now. I hit the live button. I didn't realize I was behind.
Yeah.
I didn't realize I needed to catch up.
Barry. Yo, why is Eminem and Barry the same height?
Because most like really famous entertainers are super short. I don't know if you know that, right? Most of these guys do not have a lot of height on them.
Mm-hmm. All right, so there's a lot of talk about the New York Giants and the Broncos both trying to trade up for quarterbacks. What up, though? What's like the New York Giants? I've heard quarterback for them, but seems like today it's been like a little bit more of like they really want to get up and get one of these quarterbacks.
I mean, they might, but I don't think they're going to be able to. I don't think that. So I said I did a show last night, and I talked about how like in the media is desperately trying to. Excuse me. The media is desperately trying to create storylines for the draft because there really weren't any, right? We knew who the number one overall pick is going to be. We know the quarterback is going 2. We know a quarterback is likely going 3. So then it was JJ McCarthy is going to be maybe the number 2 overall pick, right? It was maybe Bo Nix goes in the first round. Maybe Michael Penix Jr. goes in the first round. Like you've seen the media try to pump all these different conspiracy theories, if you will, to try to get clicks and eyes on this draft. Mind you, it's football. Everybody's going to be watching.
Right.
The NBA was, I mean, right now they got Philly and New York going, right? They got Orlando and Cleveland is at halftime. And Orlando's up by 16, by the way. So
I thought
I know, right?
The Magic's number. I really did.
Well, I mean, look, it's only one half, right? It's only one half, so maybe
they're at home and they're up 16.
I mean, again, anything can happen, right? We saw the Lakers. Granted, they were on the road, but we saw them blow a 20-point lead. And I'm hoping that Cleveland wins. So if we decide to go to this game, shout out to the Lowe's Factor. We decide to go to this game on Saturday. The price of the ticket will drop exponentially if they go down 0-3.
Yeah, down 3-0, yeah.
Yeah, so, but yeah, I mean, like, no, I don't see the Giants moving up. No, I don't see, I forget who the other team you said.
Broncos.
Nah, I don't see them moving up. And you guys know how I feel about Sean Payton. Like, I don't trust that he is going to, I don't think he's the guy to rebuild your team. I mean, look, if you want to know about Sean Payton's decision making, he thought that Taysom Hill could be a starting quarterback in this league.
You think that's a good name, Flip?
Taysom Hill?
Maybe if I give Taysom Hill, I might be able to figure that out. I'm still writing for Rock.
Good luck with that. Good luck with trying to make that a name flip that people will recognize, by the way. Like, there might be 10. Here's the thing I don't get about battle rap.
These know every anime character.
Every anime character in the world, but don't, like, they're just certain football and sports figures, and it's just like someone says a crazy sports bar and it gets no reaction. And I am just like mortified every time it happens.
I've been scrapping so many sports bars because I'm like, yeah, they're not gonna know that.
All right, come on, Chicago. Please don't drag this out until like a minute left.
Like, we're not going all the way to 10 minutes, are we? Now, how high is Caleb Williams going to be considered on a fantasy football draft list? Because he's going to sling the rock, right?
So, most of the leagues we're in are
two quarterbacks.
Obviously, if he plays well in preseason, that's going to drive up the price of the brick. So I hope that he doesn't play well. I'm sorry, Los. I'm not quite tuned in on the TV, so I haven't seen Drake May. I mean, look, hold on. I'm gonna come back to that Drake May looks super nervous comment in just a second. I think that because of the dual threat nature and with the weapons around him, I'd say in most of our leagues, Caleb Williams is going to go in the second or third round.
Ooh, that's a little. I feel like it's kind of high.
Well, 2 quarterback leagues, they always fly off the board fast.
Yeah.
And somebody's going to be a Caleb Williams fan, and someone's going to overdraft him in our league.
Yeah.
I can't wait to figure out who's got the number 1 overall pick in our dynasty league because I need an infusion of youth badly. So I may be willing to trade some future picks to move up or acquire. I may be the Sean Payton of our fantasy dynasty league and willing to mortgage the future greatly this year to get multiple picks or additional picks in this year's dynasty draft. But what do you think? How soon do you think he goes in fantasy drafts?
I'm thinking he's probably a top 12 quarterback taken.
So we got Mahomes, Allen, Hurts,
Herbert,
Burrow. I'm gonna say Herbert is gonna depend on what's around him because he's lost a lot. Stroud,
Lamar Jackson, Jared Goff and Matt Stafford both put up pretty good fantasy numbers, right?
I'm not sure Jared Goff and Matt Stafford, yes, but I'm not sure they're going over Caleb.
Really?
Yep.
Aaron Rodgers?
I personally wouldn't. I personally wouldn't. I would say, like I said, I think he would be like the 10th quarterback off the board from a fantasy perspective.
Yeah.
Somewhere between maybe 12, maybe you're right, but I just see him, again, I think he's going to be overdrafted because, again, of the talent around him. And all it takes is one good preseason game.
Yeah.
All right, so real quick, let me hit this. Drake May looks super nervous. Would you be nervous?
Man.
I would be. I mean, like I would be have all the nervous energy because I know I'm going to go high. I'm going in the top 3, but I don't know where I'm going. I don't know who I'm going to play for, and that is like the NFL draft is like mystery loaf, right? Like you have no idea where you're going. This thing lands.
It was minus 270 for it to be Williams, Daniels, May.
I can see that.
Hey, Los, I sent you the link. Los, pull up on us.
Yeah, pull up if you want to. I'm gonna post it.
I know you're just sitting in the car over in a Kansas gas station making your prize picks. So just pull up on us, Los. Don't act like I don't know your life.
Yikes. I mean, you didn't have to like expose his life for all the entire internet, but you know, hey, what are friends for?
I did actually make a parlay, an NFL draft parlay. This was the parlay that I made. And it may or may not happen, but we can follow it. It is.
Pick is in.
All right. Parlay that I did is, but dang, we're not going to find out tonight because Joe Alt as the first offensive lineman drafted.
Okay.
Dallas Turner as the first defensive edge drafted. And Jonathan Brooks as the first running back drafted.
Okay.
So the plus 256. So $25 wins you 65. Not terrible. Dallas Turner's the one that's, minus 150, and Jonathan Brooks is minus 115. I do think that there's like a top 3 running backs that kind of are interchangeable, just depending on who decides to go ahead and go running back. But that's probably going to be tomorrow, I would assume.
It might even be Saturday. I don't know if any running backs are going to go in the first 2 rounds.
Is tomorrow just the second or second and third?
Oh, second and third. Yeah. So it might be. Yeah, I could. Yeah, he might go in the third. He might go in the third.
You can hear it.
I can.
Jaden Daniels
in the 2024 NFL.
Dog, we're shutting this draft down or this live stream down. If that's the case.
Caleb Williams, quarterback, Southern California.
When's the last draft we had where we really didn't know who was going first?
There's your new hopes and dreams.
Man.
You know his story because it's been
off the top of my head.
He followed Lincoln around in LA.
The first draft that came to mind was the 2012 draft with the Chiefs when they took Eric Fisher. But I feel like near the end of that process, they might have known that he was already going first. Let me pull up a draft history here and see if I can run back and see.
Not a fan of these crosses that are on his suit. Like, not that I'm not a fan of crosses, but I'm just.
That's going to be an angle. That's going to be an angle.
They just look odd. They're bulky and.
He explained his fit. I saw Cam Newton was on the NFL Network, and they were having like a fashion, they were talking fashion, and so they're having to explain their fit. And he talked about like his suit it's a zipper. Yeah. Right, so there's no buttons, right? The zipper is how he gets in and out of it. He talked about the crosses. He talked about I forget he's got something on the back of his pants leg. It's really clean, right? Nothing flashy.
Well, I like it. I like everything except those crosses. They just kind of gave me this like Mardell's clearance section like feel.
For those who don't know what a Mardell's is a Christian show. Our Christian bookstore.
/
Wow,
whatever.
we're crazy ahead. That's wild. Hey, we're breaking news, I
Breaking
guess.
news. Shout out to Caleb Williams, man. He looked really excited walking out there too. I don't know if you heard him with the Ric Flair, woo, and he's pumped. That's always good to see. Yeah. Currently thinking of how to zip somebody up in their suit. Battle rap bars.
Man, we're not going to make it to pick 10. It's 7:21. How is this even possible?
Was only supposed to have it at 7:15. I saw that earlier.
Gotcha. I wish I would have known that. I probably would have said it started at 7 if I had known that there was first pick was 7:15. So okay, that's not bad. That's not bad.
Anyway, really. But yeah, we're 25 minutes in. Yeah, so we're only then I could have actually enjoyed my brownies.
I mean, look, go get your brownie, eat them on cam. Look, I got.
Let's go. Are his nails painted?
I didn't think they were. That's a crazy lineup, though. DeAndre Swift, DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, Cole Kmet. One of them was.
It was? I didn't see.
Like his pinky. Like one of, not all of them.
Wow. ESPN showing 2017 Trubisky, 2021 Fields, and now 2024 Caleb Williams. 3
That's
quarterbacks
crazy.
in the first round in the last 7 years is wild.
That is wild. All right, so let me see if we can find out when's the last time we didn't know who was going to go first overall. All right, so 2023 was CJ Stroud. I'm sorry, Bryce Young. It's got to be 2022.
What was that?
Trayvon Walker went first overall to the Jaguars.
Wow, he did. He went first overall, huh?
I think everybody figured Aiden Hutchinson was going to go high. I think a lot of people thought Aiden Hutchinson was going to be the first overall pick.
I remember that.
And then late in the process, Trayvon Walker, because of Vegas odds, started to rise. So we had an idea, but I think that's one that you could put into the running. 21's Trevor Lawrence, 20 is going to be Burrow, so no surprises there. Kyler Murray was 2019. Man. It might, no, for real, it really might be 2018. That's when Baker Mayfield went first overall.
We weren't sold on Baker. Who was second? Who we thought was going to go?
Saquon went second. Sam Darnold went third. This is the Josh Allen draft. He goes seventh. I believe this is the Lamar Jackson draft as well. He gets picked up at the final pick of the first round.
Lamar went last pick of first round?
Yep. The Ravens traded back into the first round to get him. Yeah, because I'll never forget Dan Patrick, the day of the draft, he starts his show off and he goes, I had a source reach out to me, and you'll never guess who he says is going to be the first pick of the draft. And when he said Baker Mayfield, his producers, they're called Danettes, they were all shocked.
Shout out to Baker Mayfield for still he kind of, I guess, yeah, I don't know what the word is, but he brought his career back. For now.
Yeah. Resuscitated, remade.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like, Eric Fisher in 2012 for the Chiefs. I feel like, man, that's a terrible draft, by the way. I'm looking at this is the top 10. Eric Fisher, Luke Joeckel, Deion Jordan, shout out to Lane Johnson, still in the league, Ezekiel Ansah, Barkevious Mingo, Jonathan Cooper. Boy, did this not work out. Tavon Austin. That's a guy I thought was going to be a big time player. D. Milner and Chance Warmack.
So what? We got 1 out of 10? Is it just Lane Johnson? Or
Lane Johnson is the only one who's still in the league. Lane Johnson.
Consider Eric Fisher or Joeckel a success?
Eric Fisher. I'll give Eric Fisher, credit. He lasted 8 years, 7-8 years with the Chiefs.
He was never dominant, but he was, he started.
He made a Pro Bowl. He made a Pro Bowl or two.
Yeah.
He made 2 Pro Bowls.
Pick is in.
He played for the Chiefs for 8 years. So yeah, decent career. Let's see what we got. Let me give some of this white chicken chili in anticipation of this next pick.
I just heard white chick. I was like, wait, what's he talking? I got this white chicken. Yo, I got this white chicken chili. Yo, what if isn't chili like a country?
Like a country thing?
Or like yeah. Here we go.
With the second pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Washington Commanders select Jaden Daniels, quarterback, LSU.
We're 2 for 2.
2 for 2.
Combined rushing.
You're on ESPN, you say?
Yeah.
I'm gonna switch to ESPN.
Is mine way faster than yours, or is yours faster than mine?
You're ahead of me.
Okay.
So, did you hear Jaden say that he wanted to be the best running quarterback in the NFL?
I did not hear that, and I do not agree with that. I did not. I don't know why. I mean, I saw something earlier that said he was actually that Washington had not given him any concrete evidence that he was going to be the second picked.
Yeah, I mean, to me that was all smoke and mirrors. I think this was their guy. They were always going to take him. Either I don't know. Anyway, they were always going to take him. I know they had we talked about the eliminate where they brought off
fire. The whole background city, the way. Yeah, that looks dope.
Yeah, I know they talked about the eliminate where they brought all 4 quarterbacks to the draft. Yeah. I never thought that was going to happen. Yo, we got somebody in the building right now.
Uh-oh, let's go.
Shout out to the homie. He is the mayor of Salina, Kansas. You know what I'm saying? Die Daily. We got the homie Cash Hollister in the building.
Yo.
Cash, what's good with you, man?
What's going on, man? Watching this draft is going as much as I expected so far.
So, real quick, before we get into ask you a couple of questions and we talk about all things Cash.
Yeah.
You're close to 40, right?
Close to 40?
Yeah.
No, I'm 40. I'm 44.
So you're older. So you're not millennial. So you're Gen X. You're Gen
X. Yes.
So then you know about the goodness of Red Lobster.
Man, chill, bro. We're not on that right now. Red Lobster.
We gotta say Red Lobster. Grab your girls. They're going to next weekend as a family. We all need to go to Red Lobster. Let them know how much we appreciate them. We can't let them go out of business. We have got to save a slice of American life.
Wait a minute. They're going out of business?
They're filing bankruptcy. They're filing for bankruptcy. They're trying to have somebody buy them. We cannot allow this to happen. We gotta save Red Lobster. So take like I said, take the girls, go to Red Lobster, and do your part. I want to do my part. I'm gonna take my family to Red Lobster. We're gonna get some Cheddar Bay biscuits. We're gonna eat good.
Yeah, I want the Cheddar Bay biscuits. I'll go for that. Wow.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think because the Red Lobster here in Kansas, because it's not authentic to me, I think the seafood isn't really authentic, so I don't really go there. But for the coastal,
got good seafood, Boston. Who else is out there? The New England
good segue.
Patriots, and the pick is in right now.
Already?
It is.
Yeah.
Let's
go. All right.
Shout out to the Pats.
I think it's Drake May. I think that's where we're gonna stick with.
So okay. Well, as this pick comes in, as it rolls in, let me ask you: how has life in the post Brady Belichick era? How has that been treating you?
It's been very terrible. I think that we saw Bill sort of be exposed. Post Brady. I mean, and he's done questionable things when Brady was there. I mean, we had Albert Hainsworth, Ocho Cinco. There's been questionable decisions throughout that, but it was fine because we had Brady. We didn't have Brady. We got Mac Jones, and so the writing was on the wall to me. I think last year when he had Matt Patricia back and Joe Judge as offensive coordinators, knowing full well that they don't do offense. That was when it was like, okay, yep, I don't know what he's doing, but this is implosion happening. So, yeah.
So how do you feel about Jerod Mayo? Is it just like the jury's still out?
I like him. I think that the way that they had that in place when it was revealed that, like, you know, in the contract, they had it set up for him. I love it. So
I like
it's
that.
gonna be
I think it's like
interesting.
good business. It's like kind of like
Yeah.
you don't really get that in professional sports and just anything that's like, you know,
Yeah.
usually it's
Yeah.
like, yeah. We'll see when the rubber meets the road.
Right.
Yeah.
But, you know, for him, I'm excited. I mean, black coach in Boston, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I didn't know it was like that till I went to Boston the last time.
oh boy.
Good luck, my brother.
Right.
Yeah.
Good luck.
You see what happened to, you know, Udoka and Doc, you know what I'm saying? If you win, sure. Okay. If you don't win, boy.
Yeah.
Scapegoat City.
It
So
was wild. It was wild. So let's see. Pig is in now. Yeah, I think Drake May's like the safe bet, right? I mean, this would be wild. It would be shocking to see JJ McCarthy go right here. That's really the only other option that they're gonna do.
Absolutely.
All right, let's see what we're talking about.
Is on his way. Here comes pick number 3. With the 3rd pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the New England Patriots select Drake May.
Yep.
North Carolina.
There it is.
Nah, not the guy with the. Oh, it was a Mac Jones jersey. Okay, I was like, I thought it was a Brady jersey with like May taped over it, but it was a Mac Jones jersey.
That's fun.
Shout out to Luke May, Carolina legend.
Is he the brother?
Yes, national champion.
Did not know that. I know
Yes,
Luke
sir.
May.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right, Cash. You got something coming up this weekend, right?
Yeah. So R&B party. We just throwing
R&B
here,
party.
Kansas
DJ
called
it.
R&B Vibes.
Tickets
So-
sold out.
It's almost there. Like we had like 90%. So
Very, very.
That's what's
low.
up. That's what's up. That's what's up. So
Yeah.
you also do some things with the Kansas Music Hall of Fame. Am I got that right?
yeah, you got that right. Yeah, we just had our ceremony last week. Inducted 9 people into the Hall of Fame, one of which was Jay White Did It from Leavenworth. Producer, you know what I'm saying, Cardi B. He just got a platinum plaque with Doechii for that What It Is. So that was really dope, you know, for him, you know, being able just to induct. He's the first hip hop producer into the hall. So like that's a major thing.
You have to be
So,
from Kansas.
Leavenworth.
That's
Yep.
like, do you have to be from Kansas?
You have to be from Kansas or like do 20 years, you know, significantly in the Kansas area or the Kansas City area. You know,
Yeah, because Tech Nine he was inducted, right?
he was inducted about 3 years ago, and
Yeah.
Kansas City's that, like, you know, that grace period, like that grace spot where like it sits in 2 states.
Yeah.
So you got to count. Yeah.
And if we're being honest, most of Tech Nine's fans look like they're from Kansas.
Oh wow.
All right. There we go. There we go.
All right, so at 4, it's Marvin Harrison Jr., right? I know when we did our mock, we talked about how they really need an offensive line if they're going to stay with Kyler Murray. You know, Joe Alt's there or whatever. But, I mean, everything I've seen is MHJ.
I think so. If they don't trade back, I think Marvin Harrison is the pick. Although, if you listen to the show, I think they should go for Joe Alt and grab a wide receiver at the top of round 2. They also have a pick at like pick 27. So they could potentially maybe take their, you know, that 27 pick and that first, you know, pick of or first couple of picks of the second round and slide up if they wanted to. But
Now, Cash, did you
I think
see
they're going to
the
go Marvin
rumors
Harrison.
that they were possibly putting together a trade package for Brandon Ayuk, the Patriots?
Yeah, I saw that. I hope it doesn't happen. I hope they trade Debo. If they're going to trade one, I think it needs to be Debo.
I seen the Patriots were like trying to bring in Ayuk.
I hope not. Again, I'm going to reiterate: leave Brandon Ayuk alone. Let him stay where he is.
Word.
All right, Cash. So let me ask you what we are heading into May, right? So we're a little bit past the first quarter and heading into the second quarter.
Yeah.
Or into the second quarter now. What's the best album that you listened to this year?
This year, that's a good question. I'm still kind of stuck on last year.
So give me. We'll take a last year. What's the best album you listened to last year?
So, just period. It's this is a girl named Madison Ryan Ward. She got an album called A New Thing. Like that's been in rotation for like months for me. So like I haven't really been listening to like a lot of rap if I'm being honest.
Hey, that's fine.
Like, yeah. So that's the one that's been in rotation pretty heavy with me.
She did a concert. What was that at the Uptown when you came up here?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna have to check her out. I know that name sounded familiar, and that's what it was.
Yeah,
that's
like
what it was.
She's dope, man. White girl from Oklahoma, got a lot of soul. Really dope.
Okay, all right, I'm gonna check her out. So let me ask you this. I don't know if you had the opportunity to listen to any of the diss records that have gone out.
I have. Not the latest one. The one with Drake and using AI. I haven't really been on that one. But
okay, so have you heard the Chris Brown one?
I did hear that one.
Is that's the most scathing of all the ones that's been dropped, right? Like that's the one that's
absolutely. If you allude to, no, you don't even allude to. You say, "We wish that you died instead of Takeoff."
Yeah.
And
wow,
that's kind of, yeah. It's like I don't even know if you get into the. I know Quavo got into the booth afterwards, but that's where you gotta go see that man. At that point.
I mean, listen, I hear you. I would probably feel that way too. I am glad that he hit the booth and not the streets. And hopefully it stays that way.
Yeah, I was gonna say
it's not. Spoiler alert. It's not.
Oh, big
That's the one where it's definitely going to spill into something else. If they don't stop it now, it's going to spill into something else.
Ricardo select Marvin Harrison Jr. What?
Yeah, Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yeah, 1 through 4 is going as expected.
Yeah,
all right.
Yet.
Is Senior in the building? Let me ask that question. If Senior is in the building, everyone please be on their best behavior. We want this to continue to be a great night for everybody involved. Because
it was like these diss tracks, like, oh, cool, and then Chris Brown was just like, watch this, like
this came out the gate.
Yeah, it's like, wait, what?
So let me ask you.
I mean, he set it up though. He set it up with the little punch, and like I think in one of the songs where he was talking about Casamigos, and I heard that part. You know what I mean? Like, so he set it up. And then Quavo fell for it, and then Chris just decided, all right, here we go.
Yeah.
All right, so let me bring it back to football as we close out our time with the homie Cash Hollister. So with Drake May being the pick for the Patriots, what are your expectations in terms of this year? Are you just expecting a few more wins than last year? Expecting kind of the same?
First round, I think first round playoff. First round playoff.
Interesting.
It depends on not just with May. Like if they shore up on offense, because defense for the most part has been the saving grace of the Patriots for like the past couple years. Mm-hmm. So I think if they keep that, then that's fine. But like that offense, man, is porous. And so like if they shore up on that, then they're gonna be all right. They'll be good enough. I mean, they're not AFC East championship AFC East champion worthy at all. But I think that they'll be
wild card, one of them.
Yeah, wild card. Yep, wild card first round.
Okay. I mean, I like Demario Douglas. I think he got a little banged up late in the season, but I think that's a good building block, good start.
They got a good running game, don't they? If I'm not,
they do. That's decent. That's
Stevenson, and then there's one other guy I think that they kind of used.
They signed Antonio Gibson in free agency.
Okay, yeah. All right.
Nice change of pace.
Hunter Henry's dependable, So
Yeah,
for
like,
sure.
as far as on the tight end front. So they've always had some pretty decent tight ends, but it's just their O-line, and then quarterback.
yeah.
So I think, if they could shore up that O-line, some wide receivers they need to get to. So
Man, Kayshawn, I think it's a Butte. I don't know
Kayshon Boutte. Is he not banned?
That's what I saw him on the depth chart, and I was like, wait, is he not? They ain't gave him the Jonte Porter treatment yet.
No, they not.
They should absolutely get with DraftKings and start a show. Kayshawn was fired with the money he made.
Mm-hmm.
But yo,
hey, he could go do a booty talk. Yeah, I like that. It's a good podcast. Why not? Why not? Come on, FanDuel, pick it up. DraftKings, pick it up.
And on that note, we would like to thank Cash Hollister for pulling up anything. How can people follow you? Give us your info, man.
Yeah, Cash Hollister, the way that it's seen, it's not the white boy clothing, AH as far as the last name. It's everywhere. CashHollister.com. From there, it's going to take you to all the socials and all that good stuff. If you want to know more about like the R&B parties, go to thisanrnbvibe.com. Best of luck to Ward. Just put just annihilate Tay Rock Sunday. I'm mad I can't make it, but just do it. Do that for me.
Got you. I'm gonna check in on you too about your show and everything, man. Make sure everything went smooth, man. But it's always good to see you, bro.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Be easy.
Yeah.
Dot Daily in the building.
Cash Hollister, man. Dot Daily.
One of the best rappers that I know. Just a really, really good rapper.
And he's been doing it for a long time, man. Trying to think, the first time I ever heard Cash was
the John T. Johnson song, right? Gorilla? Or did you
hear
before that?
Before that, there was a Fidel mixtape. I wish I still had it somewhere. I might still have it somewhere. I still have my CD somewhere around the house. Was a Fidel mixtape. Had something like 20-something songs on it. And he was on a record with Fidel. First time I ever heard it. Might have been him and Dre Murray all on a record together. So yeah, I've been doing it for a long time. Dope artist. Gorilla. One of my favorite was one of the last times he rapped was Mercy Boku.
Yeah.
Where he was he was getting at some guys who was trying to kind of talk kind of crazy to him. He got busy on the record. Speaking of getting busy on the record, man, shout out to the homie Marv One. I'm fine. Thanks for asking. Now he's not about to appear on the show, guys. I'm just
he told me he was joining. I just got busy. The only reason I knew they were at the conference today. Like they got this big day of conference, and him and Quest and everything. But like he was like, bro, if you need me, I'll jump on for a few minutes or whatever. So but I didn't hit him up again today. But yeah, man, shout out to Marv One. That's I mean, I'm biased, but that's the best album I've listened to this year.
So it's up there for me. Swoops, We Go On is still my favorite album I listened to this year.
I listened to the first 3 or 4 songs of that album, and I definitely liked it, but I just don't listen to a lot of music, so I have to be like in a certain spot, you know what I mean? And I was just walking through Walmart, threw it on, spent about 20 minutes in there, listened to about 3 or 4 songs, and it was really good.
Yep, but I'm fine. Thanks for asking. Is in the category of some of my favorite music I listened to this year. I went and copped it the day it dropped. He also had his freestyle on Bars on I-95 drop yesterday. I listened to a snippet of that as I was getting ready for the show tonight. I mean, Marv is just one of the best to do it, man. He dropped like a little. I think this might have been his walk down verse versus Fire the Misfit.
Yeah, he was wilding on the walk down.
He got busy on that.
I said, "Oh, why? Like, why did you just go that crazy like that?"
Yeah,
Marv
man.
Marv. One thing that I love to see. I mean, this is when guys get older. A lot of times you get older and you're kind of phased out, or your prime was at a certain time, or you might not be getting. Marv is having fun rapping, you know what I mean? Whether it's battle rap or wax or whatever. And honestly, he might be in his prime right now as a rapper, period. You know what I mean? And a lot of times we just assume that our prime is our 20s or our third, whatever. And like Marv is actually cooking everything he does rap wise.
For sure.
Yeah, that's my guy, man. I can't wait to see Marv this weekend, man. I cannot wait.
So again, man, go check out his freestyle bars on I-95. Go get the album. Excuse me. I'm fine. Thanks for asking. It's out on all digital platforms. Go buy it. He also has the vinyl. If you want to go purchase the vinyl, the link is in his Twitter bio. Excuse me. Go check that out. The pick is in for the Chargers. So this is
what are we looking at for here? What were we?
It's got to be
needed, right? I mean, but
it's got to be Rome Odunze. It's got to be Rome. So it could be Joe Alt. I don't see it. I know that you saw the quote from the media sessions, I think in Indianapolis, and Harbaugh was talking about, you build your team from the inside out, you build it on the trenches, build the line. I get he wants to be probably a run-heavy, run-oriented team. Ooh.
Oh, the Giants got up there?
No. The Chargers, there were calls being made for Justin Herbert. So I don't know if did you see that CT ESPN thing about, the Vikings were going to trade for Justin Herbert, right?
So the Giants always had the number 6 pick, right?
Yes, always had the number 6.
Yeah, Herbert. I mean, you'd have to give up, 4 or 5 first-round picks for Herbert?
Something like that. I would say probably picks and players.
Yeah.
Like if Minnesota called me and said, "Hey, can I have Justin Herbert?"
He says Los Angeles.
I mean, they've been around for so long. There's no way he says Los Angeles. Sorry, San Diego.
He messed up.
2024 NFL Draft, the Los Angeles Chargers select Joe Alt, tackle, Notre Dame.
All right, first part of the parlays, we're good. We're 1 for 3, y'all.
Man,
not there.
Who is? Nah.
Man, who was it? The little kid from 2.5 Men.
I know.
It's funny because
he looks like him.
Yeah, my friend made that joke about somebody else, and I didn't know who was talking about. I looked him up, and I was like, "Dang!" The comparison that my friend made about himself. And so then when I see him, I'm like, "Man, he looks like him too."
That's hilarious.
Joe Alt, man. Joe Alt's a monster, right? Like, I mean, it's a sure pick.
Yes, but I guess my thing is that they already have Rashawn Slater on the left side. So,
can he be moved or what?
Let me double check
here, right?
Say what?
Giants, JJ McCarthy.
I think they go Malik Neighbors.
They want a quarterback, bro.
Let me see.
Right, friendly bet.
Okay.
All right, 1 drink this weekend in Florida. I said they go quarterback. You said they go wide receiver.
Malik Neighbors. I think Malik Neighbors is going to be the pick.
Yeah.
Or you know what? Actually, scratch that. Rome Odunze. I'm gonna go Rome Odunze because that's my wide receiver too, personally.
Look at this goat right here, Sam. What's his name? Sam.
Sam Hartman, he overpromised and underdelivered.
Let's go, Mikey from Recess. Let's go.
That's hilarious.
It's
good for him.
Yeah, you better pull me up.
He gets to go from Notre Dame, South Bend, Indiana to LA.
Whew.
That's a great change of scenery.
Michigan drafted a Notre Dame guy. Let's go.
Hilarious. They did. A Michigan man did draft a Notre Dame guy. Let me look up this doggone. Let me look up the Chargers depth chart. Who the heck is? Man, I got Justin Herbert as my QB1 in Dynasty. Who is he throwing the football?
I think Bill Kiper just said Joe Alt's going to move from left tackle to right tackle.
And to me, I get maybe he. I don't know. So here's the story of Joe Alt. Right, is he was a tight end actually when he was being recruited to Notre Dame. He was incredibly undersized. He bulked up over his senior year into his freshman year of college. And because of injuries, he got pushed into the starting lineup and never left as a left tackle. There was a kid named – Say what?
Shout out to the next great Kansas City Chief tight end that would be drafted in the 7th round this week, Joe Milton.
Don't do Joe Milton like that, man.
Hey, man, he got the. Let's be honest though, he looked like he'd be a good tight end.
So, anyway, there's a kid at Notre Dame named Blake Fisher who's going to be drafted at some point this year, who was supposed to be the left tackle of the future for Notre Dame. He got hurt. Joe Alt slides in at left tackle. He never relinquished a spot. And so that's kind of the story of how he went from being like a tight end to a All-American left tackle, and I guess now right tackle, which I don't get that one at all, man. So hold on. I'm going to throw up on the screen here. Why did
Giants?
No way they go JJ McCarthy, man.
They got Jalen Hyatt in the second round, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but he's no Malik Nabers. He's just a whole different type of wide receiver than Malik Nabers. But he did have a good second half of the season, though.
So hold on. I'm gonna let you. Can you see this? I'm gonna pull this up real quick. I'm gonna share my screen and show you this depth chart for the Chargers. Shout out to our lads who was like updating this information in real time, by the way, because Joe Alt is already slated. They got him at left tackle. Maybe they kick Rashawn over to the right. I don't know. I don't know how they figure out who's left and who's right. It's a great piece of building block, and you can already see Joe Alt, Zion Johnson was a first overall pick, Rashawn Slater, first overall pick as an offensive tackle.
The New York Giants select Malik Nabers.
You're right the first time.
Right the first time. Do I still win?
Yeah, you still win.
All right.
Arnold Palmer on me.
Heavy on the lemonade part of that Arnold Palmer too, by the way.
3 quarterbacks, 2 receivers. When's the last time there was a top 5 in a draft that didn't have a defensive lineman? Oh, never mind. We got offensive linemen, but isn't defensive pretty normally like top 5 pick?
Yeah, in most drafts, I feel like we can look it up here in just a second.
Yeah,
but looking at the depth chart, let me see how fast our lads is updating this stuff.
The Titans on the clock.
Nope, not yet. All right, so at wide receiver, you got Jalen Hyatt, Wan'Dale Robinson, Darius Slayton. And I think Darren Waller retired, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he did too. Kelsey Plum made him.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if you saw that Instagram post from Kelsey.
I did not.
Apparently the marriage is over.
Oh, snap.
Yeah. Not even a year. Not even a year.
Pirate would have saved it.
I don't know. So
yeah, but a monster. I ain't gonna lie.
He's super nice.
He's what people thought Kayshon Boutte was. Like Kayshon Boutte's like junior year.
True. Ooh, that route is nasty. I'm gonna tell you, man, him with Jalen Hyatt is a nice combination. Now they just got to find a quarterback because Daniel Jones is not going to get the ball to none of them.
Oh, I didn't realize he was that. I think Marcellus Wiley was saying he's the closest thing to Tyreek Hill since I didn't take him for that kind of. You're giving him a Jamar Chase comparison, okay?
I'm going to say relax to the Tyreek Hill.
The Titans fan was on. What was he saying that they wanted?
Dang, I'm trying to think. I think we talked about offensive line.
Yeah, I think we did too.
Wow, y'all gonna show the Chiefs highlight though? Okay, we see how it is.
Like these regular season highlights.
Nah, that was from the playoff game right there.
Yeah, it was. I remember that catch.
I like this. Again, now they just got to find their quarterback because Daniel Jones is not that guy.
I just love the fact Tennessee football is better now because it used these draft highlights, bro. Oh my gosh. Every SEC player drafted was dogging Tennessee.
Yikes, that's when Jamar Chase went crazy on the Chiefs the first time they played them. Man, he's nice though, for sure. Again, Rome Odunze is still my wide receiver too, but I'm not mad at Malik being the second wide receiver off the board. Dude is super nice.
Another solid pick. Like nobody's reached yet, Like everybody's pretty much stayed
For
Will
sure.
Levis now has – oh, no. Will Levis now has Hopkins, Calvin Ridley, right?
Yep. Yep. And then they went and got Pollard from the Cowboys in free agency.
Yeah.
Dang, I'm trying to think. Let me go to Rap Grid right quick. By the way, if you haven't had the opportunity, if you're not going to be in the building for Monopoly 2 this weekend, you can go to rapgrid.com, get your pay-per-view from 2 to 10 p.m. It's going to be a long – dang, I really should have gotten a later flight. Oh, well.
A later flight?
To come back home? Absolutely.
Oh, on Monday? Are you coming back Monday?
Yeah, I'm coming back Monday.
Yeah, mine's late.
Yeah.
Oh,
I actually went and looked. I went and looked at what it would cost to move it, and I was like, nope. We're not moving that flight. Not unless somebody wants to place a large bet and give me their winnings.
Man.
All right. So while we wait, right? They're going to commercial break. Let's talk a little bit about a wrap. Tomorrow, shout out to John and Bullpen.
Yep.
Bullpen Battles presents politics as usual. Going down, we got 6 battles on the card. Headliners John and Don versus Calico. But I want to start at the bottom of this card and work our way up. We can kind of talk a little bit about these battles as we get through this top 10. So at the bottom of the card, we got Gwitty versus Super Black.
It's
nasty. How you calling that one?
Yeah, Whitney, Super Black, you met Super Black, right? I think you met Super Black
maybe
we were out of town. He normally comes over to the spot. He's an upstairs gang, he's real cool with Marvin Quest and stuff. Super Black has very high highs. I mean, Super Black's, the best Super Black beats the best Gwitty. I don't always get the best Super Black. However, in this battle, I'm definitely taking Super Black. One thing I was talking about earlier, I was in the spaces, believe it or not. And I was talking about this card, the battle rappers were compensated very well, even the guys all the way down to Super Black,
Yeah.
So I think it's a position for a lot of guys to be like, yo, go in there and wow out, put on a crazy performance, give your best, have your material locked in, and try to prove that you're worth those bags, So I can see Super Black definitely coming in and beating Gwitty.
Yeah, I got Super Black beating Gwitty as well. I just think I haven't seen too many Super Black battles, but I've seen enough of both to feel fairly confident in that assessment that Super Black is going to beat Gwitty. And that's all I got to say about that. Mm-hmm. All right. Next up, we got Twork versus Clone. This is going to be a really fun battle.
Yeah, man. I ain't gonna lie. I rock with Clone heavy. To me, Clone has good bars. It's just that Clone's delivery and cadence to me is not something I could see beating Twork unless Twork chokes and stumbles. It's really Clone has got this monotone, this back-to-back punching style or whatever. And Twork is just the opposite. You know what I mean? He's boom, boom, heavy, bow, bow, bow. And it's unless Clone jumps outside the box to me and maybe comes with an angle or something some kind of different to steal around, I just don't think he can beat Twork. I rock with Clone heavy, man. Love him to death. Would love to see the upset, but I'm not picking against New Jersey Twork.
I'm gonna take Clone with the upset. While I expect Twork to be prepared, I could see this being a battle where we all know Twork is a late prepper as it is. Mm-hmm. He probably feels like, I get it, right? I've heard the stories of how gifted he is as a writer and his ability to put together material at the last minute, but that is not the issue. The issue is the memorization of that last minute material. And so I'm going to say that Clone is going to pull an upset 2-1 over Twork.
Let's go.
I think Clone knows how big of a battle this is. He had one of the best battles of the year last year versus Av. Very entertaining battle on Bullpen. This is his home league, and I expect him to have his people with him. I expect him to put on the show. And I understand the critiques about cadence and pacing and things like that, but I think he's going to perform well enough and have a good enough cadence to pull out the upset. All right, here we go.
In the 2024 NFL Draft, the Tennessee Titans select J.C. Latham, tackle.
Okay.
All right.
Maybe.
All right. All right. I'm trying to think. Let me see. Who do we have? So I had them actually taking we had them taking Malik Neighbors at number 7. But I think what happened there is this.
We also did that before Calvin Ridley.
Yep. True. This is the day before Calvin Ridley was signed.
Yep.
So they took, let's see, the Giants took Malik Neighbors, right?
Yep.
And then the Titans took J.C. Latham. I wish I could find the tweet. There was a tweet about how Alabama tackles have not been what's up. Like the last 5 or 6 of them really haven't hit. Hopefully this isn't the case for Tennessee. Hopefully they found someone who can help anchor their offensive line. And for those of you who are watching us live and you're wondering, hey, what's happened so far in the draft? Just in case you're not watching it, because you're watching us and we appreciate that. Let me show you what's happened thus far, because I am keeping track as we go along. Let me see. Slide, share screen. Hopefully I select the right one. Thank you, StreamYard, for letting me know. So thus far, right, as you can see, Caleb Williams, number 1, Jayden Daniels, number 2, Drake May, number 3, Marvin Harrison, number 4, Joe Alt, number 5, Malik Neighbors, and now J.C. Latham. The Atlanta Falcons are on the clock, and in our mock draft, let's share this tab instead. We had them taking Dallas Turner, so we'll see what happens there.
We did, yeah. Right. Oh, that'll be my parlay too. Let's go. Come on. Oh, the pick's already in too. Let's go. Oh, they won't do it that fast. He's still.
Yeah, they won't do it that fast. All right, so we'll keep going through.
Oh.
There's always going to be a bear hug. I'm pretty sure there's a prop bet somewhere on who's going to be how over under on when the first bear hug for Goodell is going to happen.
He has to go to the tent for protocol. He's like back issues, can't come out and call the rest.
Roughing the commissioner.
JC Latham is in 4 games.
Okay, next up on this card, while we wait for the Falcons pick to come in, Tay-Rock versus Loso.
Wait, is it only 5 battles in the card?
6.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I skipped one. Let's go back one. I did skip one. Thank you. T-Top versus Chef Trez. We'll get to Tay-Rock and Loso after that.
Man, I didn't even know that battle was going on, T-Top and Chef Trez. Yeah, T-Top and Trez. I'm not going to lie. I've just been more impressed with Trez as of late. So I'm going Chef Trez over T-Top, 2-1.
I'm gonna go T-Top, man. I really enjoyed his performance versus Twerk. I really enjoyed his performance versus Jay That Guy. Shout out to the platform. That battle is out now. Please go check that out. I'm gonna go T-Top, man. I think T-Top is gonna have the charisma. Obviously, Chef is gonna have the punches. He's gonna have the rebuttals. But I think the overall talent of T-Top, between his jokes, between his punches, his rebuttaling, by the way, a bag he's been tapping into a little bit more lately, and with effective results. So I expect him to have a couple of rebuttals as well. I'm going to go T-Top 2-1, man. And what should be, I'm going to probably the battle of the night. I'm going to say that's probably going to be the battle of the night.
Interesting.
All right, let's try to get this last one in before this pick. Tay-Rock versus Loso.
Both of them really, really dope guys, man. Both of them really, really nice. I'm pretty sure I'm not picking against Loso in this battle. Tay-Rock, I'm excited to see what he does this weekend. Personally, I think if Tay-Rock goes in and just beats himself this weekend, he's still gonna, he's gonna be Tay-Rock or whatever. I would like to see Tay-Rock jump outside the box a little bit in one of these battles, do something with an angle or with a something else. A lot of times when guys battle us, Tay-Rock's not battled a Christian battler before. He hasn't battled Saga. He hasn't battled B. This is his first time battling B and Loso. A lot of times when guys battle us, you hear some stories or you hear some, just different, material that they wouldn't use against somebody else. So I'm excited for it. I got Loso winning though. He's clipped up. Tay-Rock and Loso, man, and Chef Trez. all three, battling twice in 3 days. Shout out to them. Battling on Friday, they turn around and battle 3 rounds on Sunday. But yeah, I'm excited for it. And yeah, I think Loso's got this. I think he's got it. He's locked in. He's ready to go.
All due respect to Tay Rock, I got Loso. I'm riding with the home team.
My bad.
No, you good? Is the pick? Are we ready?
He said it was. I thought it was walking to the thing. But.
All right, I got Loso 2-1.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to him. Hopefully, he's able to pull off again one of the. I saw somebody posted a tweet up with the night Chris Jericho beat Stone Cold and The Rock in the same night. So maybe he can pull off an historic accomplishment like that for himself. And we'll get into that next battle on the card as soon as we react to this pick for the Atlanta Falcons at number 8. So in our mock draft, we had Dallas Turner being the first defender off the board.
With the 8th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Atlanta Falcons select Michael Penix Jr.
What?
Oh!
Yo!
Oh, snap! That's crazy.
Yo!
Oh, snap.
Right when he said Michael, I said, what wide receiver's name is Michael?
My first thought was, your parlay's busted. I don't know what defender's name is Michael, but
oh, wild.
That's
crazy.
Michael
Jr.
Shout out to
all those people that was talking about, how dare you give Kirk Cousins that contract after injury? And, the Falcons is like, yeah, I just don't get it, though.
I just remembered till you said it. I forgot that Kirk Cousins was even on the team.
Yeah, it's like,
what is happening in Atlanta right now?
You can't even blame Arthur Smith.
Like Kirk, and if you're Kirk Cousins, what are you thinking?
Right.
Dog. Oh my gosh, this is wild.
Unless they got something like, all right, we're about to trade him. It's like, normally they don't make trades after the pick, right? Like normally in basketball, sometimes they do.
Man, this was my QB3, right? Or QB3, right? Because only 2, Caleb and Drake have gone first. No, QB3. I liked him more than Jaden Daniels. I liked him more than Jaden Daniels. I had Drake May as QB2, and then Penix is my QB3 personally. One, I think he's got that dog in him. I don't know if you got a chance to see the letter he penned to all the 32 GMs. He's like, look, y'all can run all the tests on my body. It's going to come back good. What y'all really need to do is run an EKG on my heart. He letting y'all know I got that dog in me. And I think he's going to be really good. Here's what I will say about this pick. And while I think it's a stunner, right? It's definitely a stunner. I like it for this reason. He gets the opportunity to sit for a year, maybe 2, soak up the offense. There's no pressure for him to come in and be the man right away. Like, I feel like maybe because it's a copycat league, right? This is the Atlanta's version of the Patrick Mahomes thing, right? You already had an established guy in Alex Smith. You went and got Mahomes. He's going to sit for a few years, and then a year or 2, and then he gets to come in and be the guy. Wow, man. Wow.
Yeah, didn't expect that, man. Did not expect that at all.
Did not expect that. I can't wait to clip that because I wasn't looking at I'm looking up at my screen, and when he says Penix, like, I know my face dropped. I put my hands on my head.
Yeah.
Wow.
Bears picking in. So this is Rome Odunze, right? Like the Bears got Caleb and Rome, right?
I mean, now I don't know. Could they go with the defender?
I mean, the wide receivers with Keenan Allen and DJ Moore. Right?
I mean, look, Keenan Allen has been injury prone. I don't know how long his contract is going to last. Let's see how much longer he has on his current deal.
Michael Penix Jr.
Wow, man. Wow. And this is why you can't buy all that hype about JJ McCarthy could be the number 2 overall. Like, listen, man, these guys are doing this is propaganda. They want clicks, they want views. Look at what they do for views. Shout out to Rosenberg Raw, man. They are spinning these stories to get you to buy into all of this stuff and talk about it when it's not even remotely close to being true. Yo, that's crazy, yo.
The Jets are working on a trade.
With who? Please don't say the Niners.
And it didn't say yet, but they're looking like the 10th pick is the 10th pick is not going to beat the Jets. Let's see. The Jets trade with the Vikings. Oh, the Vikings coming up to get JJ. Didn't the Vikings have a weapon anyway?
Wait, turn it.
Receiver,
Rome Odunze, yeah.
Rome Odunze.
Yo, but didn't the Vikings had 11 anyway. The Jets weren't taking a quarterback.
I mean, that's a smart move for them, though, right? You move back a couple of picks, you pick up.
A 10th pick. They might not have traded the 10th pick. They might have traded something else.
Oh, let's see. Dang! Now I wish we didn't have to go out of town because I would love to continue watching this, but I got to start packing.
You got what? One more pick in you?
Yep, we got one more. Or we could do when they go next time they go to commercial break.
All right, let's go to the Broncos. All right, just 12, because those are two big. Those are two big picks, man. The Vikings and the Broncos.
All right, hold on. Let me see. I'm trying to see if I can pull up this young man's contract.
Who? Kirk Cousins?
No, Keenan Allen. I mean, Kirk was a 3-year deal.
Okay.
I'm hoping my internet's not lagging because this mug is not pulling up this doggone thing on Sport Track. Let me try a different one. Let me try Over the Cap. They might be running through a bunch of traffic right now because Over the Cap put it up really easily.
Man, Caleb and Rome Odunze is a nice haul, man, for the first
dog.
Top
if you got DeAndre Swift, Cole Kmet at tight end.
Yeah.
Rome Odunze, who gets to learn from Keenan Allen, which I think that was the comp for him. At least I've seen a couple of people do that. Keenan Allen, DJ Moore. Like, they should make the playoffs this year. That's a lot of pressure, but that's a lot. And their defense was improving. Their defense was much improved the latter part of the season. They made the trade for Montez Sweat, the edge defender from the Washington Commanders. They paid him. You got Caleb Williams on a rookie contract for the next 4 years. By the way, Keenan Allen, this is the last year of his deal. So we'll see what happens there. And there it is on the screen right now. You can see the Minnesota Vikings are on the clock.
And
they moved up once.
Did you see what the trade was?
No, what was the trade?
The Jets moved back a spot, and then they get 129 and 157 overall, and the Vikings got 10 and 203.
I don't get it. Unless
did they think the Jets were taking a quarterback because Aaron Rodgers is on?
No, I don't. I mean, can you be taking a quarter? I don't think Minnesota, they can't be taking a quarterback here, can they?
I don't. Yeah, because you would just stay at 12 if you were taking a quarterback, right? Unless you just think Aaron Rodgers' injury or whatever, or, the Jets. But who do you move up a spot for? Might be Dallas Turner.
I mean, it can't be a quarterback, man.
They got rid of Danielle Hunter. Who else? Did they pick up somebody?
They signed the young man from Tennessee. Not Tennessee, Houston. I'm sorry. Jonathan Grenard. They signed him from Houston. He had a really great season, so he got paid by the Vikings. That's crazy, bro.
They be getting them things stitched up quick, bro. Unless
that is crazy.
Put the names on all the jerseys, and then they just they might do that.
But yeah, they got Jonathan Grenard in free agency. They got Andrew Van Ginkel from Miami at outside linebacker. Blake Cashman from Houston at inside linebacker. Yeah, so this is going to be interesting. If they moved up one spot to take a quarterback, it reminds me of the year that the the Bears actually traded up from 3 to 2 to take Mitch Trubisky. And the Niners ended up getting this huge haul for it. And again, like everybody kind of looked at them crazy because I don't think that the Niners were ever going to take Mitch Trubisky. So this will be interesting to see what they do there. Man.
Marcus said Michael Penix Jr. in Atlanta, there better be a do-rag maker on the phone with his agent ASAP.
Hilarious. I like that pick, man. I think, again, he gets to learn on the job with no pressure. And then you got Kyle Pitts, you got Drake London, you have what's the running back? Bijan Robinson. Yeah. You have some really good skill position players, and you have a defense that again was a pretty decent defense last year. I think injury kind of hurt them. But yeah, man. All right, let's kind of keep going on these battles while we're thinking about it. All right, so we did Tay Rock and Low. So Arsenal versus Bad News.
I got bad news. Winning that. I said something earlier. I think this is actually a battle where they'll both have similar content, similar material. Might see a little more hunger, more performance out of Bad News, and you're probably going to see Bad News rap about a minute longer per round.
Shout out to Bad News, by the way. He had shout out to the platform. Really dope performance against Dot on the platform. Yeah, I got Bad News, man. When Arsenal decides he wants to actually rap, he's one of the best.
Yeah.
I just feel like this is one of those, I'm punching the clock. I'm here to collect the check, go home.
Yep.
I'm Arsenal. Nothing's going to happen to me, even if I get bodied. And Bad News is going to look at this. I feel like Bad News, regardless of opponent, is always prepared, always ready to rock, always ready to give his best. And so I definitely got Bad News in this one, 2-1, potentially 30. Arsenal's going to get around just off of pure rapping ability. So 2-1 Arsenal. I'm sorry, 2-1 Bad News. I think we got this one last battle. This main event. John the Don versus Calico.
Yeah, I'm taking Calico. I just think Calico's a better battle rapper than John the Don. To be honest with you. I don't think that there's anything that John could say to Calico, anything, no character assassination. He's not going to rap better than Calico. And he rarely, to me, has such a heavy pen or anything that's super impressive, And I think Calico's going to go in there and win the battle.
I'm going to take. I agree. I'll take Calico. I almost wanted to. I feel like a lot of John's career we spend underestimating him, and there are times where we think he should clearly lose a battle. I think I had to go back and I had him beating Rum Nitty. Maybe I need to go back and watch that. Rum Nitty did choke, I think, in the first round. That didn't help. I didn't have him beating Chess. He beats Chess. Trying to think of some other battles where
I agree, and he does win. He win or he edges or he makes even against Easy. I felt like he hit one, but it's
I thought he won that one.
And I don't take anything from the battle and remember it or think wow, that round was insane or wow, he went crazy. A lot of times it's just that his opponent is not that great and he's just pretty consistent.
Yeah.
And then when you go to somebody that actually kind of wows out and gets crazy.
No, these are all 3-round battles, by the way.
The only one rounder I know of is on the Sunday card. I think Chef Trez battles on Sunday, and it's a 1 round. And he's battling Billy Boondocks.
Okay, on the Riot. Okay.
The Riot card, yeah. I think it's Billy Boondocks, yeah. Is the pick
in?
Or we have to let's see.
Here we go. Let's see. What did
Brady is young quarterback in Chicago. Ryan Gold has done fantastic work.
Who's coming to the stage?
I think this is the best one. You think it's head coach, play caller, supporting cast. I think it's fantastic.
Can you imagine if you get to call, get to announce a draft pick and he sucks? He just absolutely bombs, and now forever in history, your face is attached to this bump.
The surviving mother, brothers, and nephew of fallen hero, United States Army Sergeant Zachary Ewing.
Salute.
It's taps.
Zachary died after a battle with cancer. A cancer that was discovered after he was injured during his second.
Nate Sykes says that he thinks the Vikings are taking J.J. McCarthy.
We salute him and thank his family and TAPS, the Tragedy Assistance Program for Survivors, which
There you
offers
go.
care to those grieving the loss of a military loved one. I'm now going to turn this over to Sergeant Ewing's nephew, Asher, who will announce the pick in honor of his uncle.
That's cool.
Like, even worse, you're a kid. And so for the rest of your life, J.J. McCarthy is a generational bust.
Pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Minnesota Vikings select
J.J. McCarthy.
quarterback, Michigan.
All right.
They moved up just to get him. I mean, they must have been worried.
I just don't know if the Jets, I mean, unless they were worried about Denver.
Denver, but jumping them, like they're like, we got to make this trade, or Denver's going to.
We got to make this trade to make sure that maybe they had some intel that Denver was on the phone with New York, and they had to make a deal to make sure that they didn't get leapfrogged. Maybe that's the thing. You think Bo Nix goes to Denver? I've heard that too, that Bo Nix is going to go to Denver. I think there's a speculation that 6 quarterbacks will go in the first round. We're already at 4.
Like our fantasy draft.
This is our fantasy draft. So we're not even 12 picks in. So 1/4 of all the picks have been quarterbacks thus far. We haven't had a defender taken yet. It's been all offense, right? Let me see. So, because pick 8 for the Falcons.
Now, still no defensive player in the top 10, right?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, still no defensive player.
I was listening to the voice message in my headphones. I apologize.
No, you're good. Then Roma Dunze went 9th. I'm not going to make this trade happen. I'm just going to put on the clock. I'm just tracking who went where. Let's see. All right. So they went QB at 10. So 40% of the picks have been QBs. That's kind of crazy. And like if you're a team that has like a need on the defensive side, like you've got to be loving this so far.
All right, let me ask you this. You're getting drafted more than likely in the first round.
Okay.
Are you at the draft or are you at home with your family?
I'm at home because I can't, the agony of, and I think they've gotten better about this since like the Aaron Rodgers thing. The Aaron Rodgers one was a really kind of infamous one. I want to say Geno Smith, I think, was a really infamous one.
Yeah.
Brady Quinn, I think, was a really infamous one when he fell. So they don't make sure that they kind of keep putting the camera on you as you sit there.
Yeah.
But the nervous energy of having all these people who can see you.
Yeah.
Right. I would want to be surrounded by my family and all my loved ones who helped me get to this moment, just to kind of keep that nervous energy. I know Los brought it up earlier about Drake May looking super nervous. And I completely understand it. It's not something that, unless if I know I'm going top 5, I'm probably there. Anything beyond top 5, I'm probably not going to want to sit and wait. Because again, this started at 7:15, right? First pick, it's 8:25. Only 13 of those, it's only 13 prospects who are there, right? So imagine you're one of these defenders who decide to show up. I'm going to pick on Dallas Turner, right? You haven't been chosen yet. You're still sitting there. You've been there now for at least 3 hours because they showed up. They had like the whole little pre-show thing at like 5, 6 o'clock. So you've been there for 3 hours and you're still sitting there. Man, I can't do it. How about you?
Oh, yeah, I'm definitely at the draft. I'm getting some kind of suit, some kind of crazy suit. Yeah, I'm there. I'm there. There's just something about like shaking hands with the commissioner, holding my jersey up and stuff like that. Like even if it doesn't happen, we're back to another pick. But even if it, like it's like the possibility that happened, I don't want to miss out on that.
With the 11th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the New York Jets select Olu Fashanu. Tackle, Penn State.
Olu Fashanu.
All right.
The Jet fans should be happier than they look. He's 6'8".
So again,
Consensus All-American.
respect to the Jets for getting some additional. See, like that's a much better moment
I agree.
than being at the draft and you got maybe 8 or 10 of your closest people around you. Like that's a crazy. That's
a fire, yeah. Are we gonna get any CeeDee Lamb moments though? That's what I want to know.
Dog. When Shorty had his phone, I got my phone. My phone's being used right now, so I can't do it. But when Shorty picks up the phone and he's just like, and he did it so smooth though. Like he didn't make a scene. He didn't. I mean, like it was as smooth as one of his routes. He has definitely done it before. It was as smooth as one of his routes, man. Like
Denver can't take a quarterback here, right? They can't, or they can. You think?
I mean, again, the chatter was Bo Nix potentially could be the pick. All right, man. Next year, we're definitely going to make sure.
Yeah.
Don't book any life-changing battles the week of the draft.
Yes.
Lord willing, we'll all be alive. The world will not have ended.
Yeah.
No nuclear bombs or anything have been dropped. We're able to have the draft. We're definitely going to live stream this entire thing. Because I ain't gonna hold you. I could probably keep doing this even against my better judgment.
Yeah, easily.
But yeah, this has been super fun, man. We appreciate everyone who's shown up, who's had comments, who's watched us through this hour and a half experience thus far. Like I said, I can't wait to go back. I'm going to try to I don't think I'm going to chop this up at all. I think I'm going to post just like on YouTube, super cut, super long draft coverage, however I'll title it, whatever. I need a slick name to call it though. I just don't want to call it like NFL draft recap. I don't know.
Olu.
Yeah, I see you, Olu. I see you. I see you. Right. Dr. Umar is watching Olu. Yeah.
Look, why are we looking at Bo Nix all of a sudden?
I'm just telling you, I'm saying.
That man looked like he's doing his draft day in the Rainforest Cafe. Where y'all at, bro?
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. That is hilarious.
It's the last pick. Well, yeah, so you work tomorrow, then your flight's tomorrow afternoon, right?
Yeah, my flight's tomorrow night, so I won't see you until like close to midnight.
Yeah, because these I don't know what these thunderstorms are doing. Are they going to continue to tomorrow or what?
I don't think by the time I get ready to leave, I think the rain should have passed. Man, that's a great question.
I leave in 7 hours, 8 hours. I leave at 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah, I decided although I probably could have taken Friday off. I actually have like 90 hours of PTO that I need to use.
I actually have PTO too, surprisingly enough. My boss to me today was like, I need to know what your 5 days of PTO you're taking until June is. I'm like that's not what PTO is for. I don't know. You know what I mean? She's like, we want to get it all put in. I'm like, well, no, I don't. Something might come up.
Yeah. Ooh, wow. Yeah, it's supposed to be kind of bad out here tomorrow.
Yeah, I was hoping I don't know 5:30 in the morning if it's early, if it's gonna stick around or what. But
I'm trying to see what the hourly John is. Let's see. Look, I ain't gonna be mad if they cancel my flight and say I can't leave until tomorrow. I probably have to No, you get 24 hours on the rental side of things. You get 24 hours, so
yeah.
I probably have to let them know. Well, I gave them my flight information, so they should know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to see them. Oh, there's the hourly John right there. There we go. And this is why you tune into our live draft coverage to find out what the weather's like in Kansas City. We appreciate it.
Yes. Facts. We got one more pick, then we jumping off here because A Ward's got to finish this third round.
Yep, and I got to go clean my Air Force Ones.
You're going to need an Air Force One to get to Orlando tomorrow with all this weather.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Scatter storm, strong wind around 7 o'clock. Looks like it's supposed to end at around 9. God help me, please. Hopefully they'll update me.
Yeah.
So I'll know ahead of time, like, oh snap, I don't need to leave at like 4 o'clock to head towards the airport. I can chill until 5 or 6 or something and then head that way.
Yeah. I'm just Bo Nix, like for real. Like y'all really about to go ahead and get these 6 quarterbacks off the board in the fourth tour? Like,
well, here's the thing that's gonna be interesting, right? Because we've made it all the way to sorry, I'll listen to my wife talk about he's been online for 3 hours.
let's go.
Yes, I did.
It's 96 minutes to be exact. Make sure you let her know all 3,000 people that are listening right now.
Oh shoot. I don't even know what the heck we were talking about now.
Oh
shoot. This is the last pick, dear. We're calling it a night after this pick. Oh shoot. All right, here we go. Pick is in. Nate Sykes says A Ward will lose to me in the battle. I still have one of his B-ball spoken words he did at camp.
Yo, that's OG, old school. What's that? 2006? 2006, man. Here we go.
With the 12th pick.
All right, here we go.
2024 NFL Draft. The Denver Broncos select Bo Nix, quarterback, Oregon.
And so here we are.
I want to get one of these
this-
K-Rock hats that these dudes be wearing.
Like, this is kind of crazy. These are good Christian people. Look at these outfits.
This looks like there's a covered dish all over somewhere in that kitchen. There's a bunch of potato salads
With raisins.
and
With lots of
casseroles.
raisins in them.
I mean, casseroles have been made by the hands of them.
Oh shoot. All right, man. All right. So I know what I was gonna say. We can call it a night on this one. Because so many, again, we still haven't, has a defender been taken yet? I have to ask that again.
Not yet.
If you want a defender, like if Laiatu Latu is still there, you should trade up to go get him. Number one. Number two, if you're a team like the Chiefs, if you're a team like the Bills who potentially want to get a wide receiver, I think you're reaching the range where you say, hey, would you like to trade back so we could come up and get one of those guys? Because we're 13 picks in. We are now, a third of the league. Not a defender's been taken. Only 3 wide receivers. And all these mocks had at least 5 or 6 wide receivers going. And maybe they still get there. Maybe we still get to that point. But man,
Chiefs are loving how this is working out right now. The Chiefs are
absolutely.
Loving it.
Absolutely.
2 offensive linemen have been taken, right? No, 3. 3 offensive linemen have been taken. And 2 wide receivers. Alt, Latham, and the other guy from UCLA or whatever.
And I didn't have Latham going so high. Talise Fuaga was somebody that lots of mock drafts had being like the second offensive lineman off the board. You still got Troy Fatanu from Washington who's still on the board. You talked about during our mock draft. You was like, I can't believe Jared Verse could fall this far. Jared Verse
was like the pastor of the congregation of the Bo Nix's family attends church. Like,
hilarious. All right, man. So that's been our show, man. Because if I don't stop, we're going to keep going. This has been super fun. We're going to make sure next year that we are able to try to do this for the entire 4 hours that it's going to take for the first round to get complete. Please remember, you can check out every episode of It's a Black and White Thing by going to the podcast app of your choice, searching for It's a Black and White Thing. Like, rate, subscribe, leave comments, whether good or bad, we'll take them. Shout out to Mama Ward. US overall. Mama Ward said in her best solo voice, this has been the most electrifying. Fewest overall picks for 6 quarterbacks selected in NFL draft history. So again, leave us a comment, rate, review, subscribe, check us out on YouTube, hit the notification bell, hit the like button, share the broadcast, both podcasts and the YouTube. Tell a friend, it's those boys again. You can follow us by going to TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter at Brains and Bars. Same thing for the podcast at Brains and Bars. And we'll let this last pick take us out.
The 2024 NFL Draft. The Las Vegas Raiders select Brock Bowers, tight end, Georgia.
Ooh, they trying to get them a little Kelsey.
What a career for this young man is for.
So they have Michael Mayer.
Oh, they do.
They have Michael Mayer.
Sorry, Michael.
Okay. All right. So
he don't look too excited either. Like, man, you going to Vegas, my guy? He's like, no, I didn't want to go play for that team.
I didn't want to be in that. I didn't want to be in that city of sin.
Oh man!
I need you guys to cover me with your prayers as I head to this den of lasciviousness.
Oh my gosh! The Raiders get Brock Bowers. Interesting, very interesting with Michael Mayer.
Absolutely. All right.
Michael Mayer was a high round draft pick last year, right?
Second round.
Yeah. So, all right, it's been a
silver and black thing.
Silver and black and white thing.
Absolutely. We'll holler at y'all next week, man. We'll talk about everything that took place in Orlando, battles, all that good stuff. Y'all be easy. Good night. Peace.
Deuces.